Hi guys, this is R.A. Sweeney. We are 1 week away from the release of Praying with the Latter Prophets. So I've talked about this book for the past few months, done a lot to kind of share what you can expect inside and why I like it. And so this will be the last video before the book actually releases. So I really just wanted to dive a little bit more into what is so cool about this book. And like I've been saying, there's all this awesome stuff in the prophets, a lot of great stuff in the latter prophets. And I was looking through, what did I really enjoy writing about in this book? I'd mentioned before, one thing that was really cool that I think is so great is the dialogue with God. Unlike anywhere else in the scriptures that you find prophets just wrestling with God. I talked about that a little bit with Isaiah and Jeremiah. One of the greatest examples is Jonah. I think I wrote 4 case studies on Jonah and the different prayers that are going on there. So you've got the sailors' prayers, you've got Jonah's responses to God, you've got the response of the people of Nineveh, and it's kind of just looking at all those different facets of what's going on there and who's repenting, how are they repenting, what is leading different people to repentance there, which I think is really, really cool. Another thing that I thought was really great is in Isaiah, we've got a story about Hezekiah the king falling ill and the prayers that he offers there, the prayers when Sennacherib is coming to invade and things like that. And those stories are told 3 times in the Bible. So you've got in the book of Kings where it talks about all that happening. And we talked about the prayers there in Praying with the former prophets, because that's part of the former prophets. Then Isaiah is recounting it, and there's a completely different way that he's telling the story, and how do those stories play off of each other and things like that. And then when we get into the writings, we've got in Chronicles the exact same story and the exact same prayers recounted, and so it's really cool to see how all those play together. One of my favorite wordplay examples is a prayer from Jeremiah where he feels like God hasn't been honest with him, and of course God has, but he's not feeling that way, and so he comes to God and he's like, God, you've deceived me and I was deceived, which is like, whoa, that's quite a charge to lay against God. But when you look at the way that the word deceive looks in Hebrew, and then another word that looks similar, it's just the placement of a dot on a letter difference. And so some of those things where we're looking at different perspectives on the same story, and different ways that the Hebrew is kind of playing with the words a little bit. And so it's all really, really cool, and I'm so excited to share it. So we'll see that in 1 week on June 20th, Praying with the Latter Prophets. Thanks.